Hey everybody, John here with Luxe. Today we're going to install the carbon fiber FX LightWrap film on a 2015 Plus Challenger taillight. I'm going to show you guys how I accomplish this for long-term results where we don't get any pullback here in this area. All four lights in the car are pretty much the same, so the same technique that I'm going to use right here you can use on any of the other. To do this install, I'm going to use 3M's Finish Line Design Line product. 3M Knifeless Tape Finish Line product. You can use Design Line. I prefer this one. It's a little bit thicker filament. It tends to cut a little bit cleaner. But if you're drawing curves, Design Line is better. So first thing I'm going to do is tack the tape down past the ridge of the light. I'm going up on top of the light, around the side, not pulling on the tape, but I'm making sure and drawing a nice curve. Even though it won't be super visible, I do want it to look nice in case you can see it when we're done. Now we're only working on 1/4 of the car, only on this left fender taillight here. So we're going to do this light separately. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the rest of the tape off. We have our knifeless tape down. Notice I ran it a good 5-6 inches past this so I can pull it back up, get a real clean cut. Now before I continue, I'm going to go ahead and take my heat gun, and I'm just going to make sure that the tape has a real nice bond to the vehicle. I don't want it to pull up when I'm trying to pull up the vinyl. It's very, very hard to salvage that. So here we have our dark carbon FX film. If you look at the back, you can see the grid here. I've used 8 inches of film this way, and it is by 20. We can cut a little bit more of this off, make it ideal. So let's go ahead. Take about 2 more inches off the film. Now we end up with an 8-inch by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 by about 18 inches. So, light is still very clean. We'll remove the film from the backing paper. One thing you'll notice about the FX films, they're nice and thick. That's because they're laminated. So it's our dark smoke film laminated with 3M's carbon fiber laminate. So they're kind of easy to work with until you need to stretch them. Then it requires knowing exactly what to do. But if you'll notice, my first objective is draw a hinge right in the middle of the light. I'm constantly removing the film from the top and the bottom edges there because I don't want any tension top to bottom whatsoever. I want to draw this nice and tension free. I'm going to get all the way over to this corner here. Now I'm right where the light starts to curve up. The next step is going to be get the heat. We're going to take this vinyl, heat right here in this area until it gets soft. I'm not applying much. I'm going to free it from the light, but I just continue that hinge all the way up the side. So now we have a perfect hinge all the way across left to right. Free it from there. We're going to get the heat just a little bit again. Heat right into this top corner. Release the film off the light of the car and get the film all the way up into the crease. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my squeegee. This is one of our 4-inch regular squeegees. It's got the suede buffer, so it's gonna slide a lot easier on this film, which is gonna help me get it applied as little stretch as possible. There we go. Gonna do the same thing on the bottom. Like this, heat the bottom of the film up, see it soften, and then with as little tension as possible, applied to the film, stretch it down into that corner. Free it off the car right here. There we go. We're at a great spot now. We've got the whole bottom part applied. All this is applied. All we need to do now is apply this top ledge. As best we can. And now we'll start applying just a little bit of heat to pull it over and around to get to where our knifeless tape is. It's real easy to see your stretch on the carbon fiber vinyl and the textured vinyls because it changes the shape or pattern of the weave, and the objective is to make it look as perfect as possible. There we go. We're up to the top of the ridge. Go ahead and heat right here. See how soft, how quick the vinyl gets soft. First place I'm going to start is down into this corner, pulling down and out to the outside, this way and that way. I just lock that around. Now I'm going to go ahead and free this. That's going to be the next place we tackle. Heat this up real good. Again, just enough tension to get all the little lines worked out, not much at all, but I'm pulling up and to the left. I'm never pulling straight away from the lines. Very important there are no micro bubbles anywhere along these inner creases. Those will almost assuredly lift later. But you can see if I go ahead and start heating this vinyl just to kind of get all the tension pulled out of it and get it to relax, we can see where we've actually put stretch. So just tack that up to get it out of our way. Look how nice and smooth all this is down here. So we get a little bit of tension right here, but if you notice the tension line is pulling this direction. That's actually good because when we force the vinyl back, it's gonna naturally hug this corner, and that's gonna be a part where we don't get any pullback at all. So we can go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead and apply this vinyl down past where the knifeless tape goes. Now, you can see up here, we have a few lines. They're not bad though. They're not bad at all. So that is totally acceptable. If these were really long and drawn out fingers, you would have put way too much stretch right here, but you should also be able to see it in the change of sheen. So we're doing just fine. Next step, go back into this corner and right over those lines because we want to free this off the car. Start right where the corner is at its apex and get the vinyl fed back over the knifeless tape. There we go. Now you can see how little tension we have right here. There's no sharp fingers, nothing at all to worry about. The last thing we want to do before we pull this knifeless tape is we want to just make sure that the vinyl is applied nice and tight around the tape so that we end up with a really clean cut. Whoa. Thanks. So now with knifeless tape products, what you do is go ahead and get the extra bit of tape freed off the car. Just like that. Take one thumb, press on it, and pop the tape through. Now you can see the filament is freed, and this is ready to go. I'm gonna put my thumb back here, and now pull with one constant motion as best as I can, but I'm always trying to keep the tape folded over way it's cutting. So there we go. We've gone ahead and cut this vinyl. It's completely done. We'll take the extra, pull it off the car, and now remove the two pieces of tape. At this point, just go ahead and heat where the knifeless tape was. This lets the vinyl relax right along that outer edge. As soon as it's done that, just go ahead and apply it to the car. Using a squeegee if you need to, just to ensure that that line looks really sharp. Last thing, take your blade and on the side of the trunk, I'm just gonna run the blade like that. Get the trunk out of the way. And now using heat, fold this over. First place I'm gonna push is right here into that crevice. Second is here. And then I'm gonna work the top. Work the bottom. Post heat the vinyl. We've heated it up a lot already. But our objective is to get it to 195 or 200. That's going to release the memory effect of the vinyl. And this will be a long-term successful install of the FX Carbon Smoke.